Effect of true care. Once upon a time, there was a village. In that village there lived a farmer called Madhu. Madhu had a cow which gave him lots of milk. He sold that milk and he became quite rich. Unfortunately once, that cow fell ill and she stopped giving milk to Madhu. Madhu thought that the cow will never recover from her illness, and he left her in the dense forest. Cow, because of her nature, returned back to Madhu's place. But then Madhu drove her away by giving her severe beating. The cow was sad. She was wandering around in the village. By then, Chandu, another farmer in that village, saw this cow. When he saw that cow, he realized that she was beaten and driven away by somebody. Chandu brought that cow to his home and gave her food and the medicines for her wounds. Gradually that cow started recovering. Kundu took good care of that cow, and so she became healthy again. After a few days, that cow gave birth to a beautiful calf, and as she gave birth to that calf, she started giving milk again. Chandu, after keeping enough milk for the calf, started selling the remaining milk in the market. That way he started getting some money as well. As the days passed, he kept on selling milk in the market, and he also became rich. Soon Madhu realized that Chandu was making money from the cow that he drove away. So he came back to Chandu and said, "Oh, Chandu, you know this is my cow. It was with me for a while. So give that back to me. On that, Chandu said, "O Madhu, I know that you drove this cow away after beating her severely. I was the one who brought her back, gave her food, gave her love, gave her care, and now she is healthy. You want my back? No, I'm not going to give it to you." Ma and Chandu took this case to the Gram Panchayat of that village. The judges of the Panchayat called in for both Madhu and Chandu, and also they told Chandu to bring the cow along. As Madhu and Chandu stood in front of the Panchayat, the judges told that it is very difficult to decide on this case because technically both were the owners of the cow. So they decided on a trick. They said, "Let the animal, let that cow decide whom she wants to be with." So they made Chandu and Madhu stand a little far from each other, and they released the cow from the rope. As the cow was released, she started going to Chandu, and as she reached out to Chandu, she started licking his hand and his feet. It appeared to all the villagers and the judges that she was very fond of Chandu. It was quite obvious then that the cow has to stay with Chandu, because Chandu was the one who cared for her so. So the moral of the story is, if you give care and love to others, it will always come back to you.